I go over to Michael's house. He's got two pit bulls in these humongous chains, and he pulls the pit bulls back to get through a fence. And then we go into a shed. And then he shows me this is where my dad taught me how to box. And it was a quartered off small, maybe like an 8x8 square with lawn hose. And that's where the legend, to me, of Michael Carbajal was born. Michael Carbajal is one of the most unique Arizona stories of all time. He grew up in downtown Phoenix. He still lives in downtown Phoenix. And when he turned pro, he changed the lighter weight divisions for all time. His epic battles with Humberto Gonzalez were absolutely some of the greatest fights of all time. And here's a guy, the local kid makes good, that really changed the lighter divisions. He brought big money to the light divisions. And his epic battles were absolutely sensational. He is in, of course, the Boxing Hall of Fame and deserves to be in the Arizona Sports Hall of Fame. He changed the lightweights forever. To me, that is so important, because when you look at the history of this state, quite frankly, there's not enough great Hispanic role models. To me, Michael is one, especially in recent years, how he kind of changed his life. He not only transformed boxing, he became a guy that at one point in the early 90s, whether he was going to a Suns game or the very first celebrity fight night, he was idolized by the Hispanic community, and rightfully so. He is a guy that has given back, and to this day still trains fighters right across the street, living in the same house. And that, to me, is so unique to what he is all about. Michael Carbajal is a legendary figure in this town, and to me it's sensational that finally he is getting his due right here in the state of Arizona.
His battle with Chiquito Gonzalez, I mean, what a fight, right? I mean, all of them were fantastic, but the one he won to unify the titles really showed the heart of a champion, because he was knocked down in that fight and he got up off the canvas and then knocked out Chiquito Gonzalez. And to me, that's a sign of a true champion, because anybody can, knock somebody out and just win when you're on top. But when you get knocked down, you got to dig deep to get back up and then fight and then win the fight. To me, that is a sign of a true champion. And I think Michael Carbajal has done a great job in getting up off the canvas in the ring and in life. And I think that's why, in my opinion, he's a true champion and a Hall of Famer. So, Michael, I want to say congratulations, man. You've been a Hall of Famer in my book since day one. It's great to see you in the Arizona Sports Hall of Fame. I told you we we're going to get you in there, man, where you belong, where you deserve to be. And I think it's going to be great for everybody in the community at 9th Street Gym as well to see you as a Hall of Famer, see you get this moment that you deserve, your time to shine. I'm really proud of you. It's well-deserved once again, and I can't wait to see what you do next and all the great work you're doing with all these kids here in Phoenix. I think it's been really neat that even though you made all the money, you got all the fame, you got all the titles, you didn't leave. A lot of people say, hey man, once I get that big money, I'm going to go buy a nice house on the other side of the tracks or on the other side of town. No, you kept it real, you kept it local, you stayed where it all started, and you continue to give back, and I think that's a great thing to see. I'm just very fortunate to say that I know you, I've been able to cover you, and I've been able to watch the things that you do here in Phoenix. Yeah, I think another cool thing about Michael Carbajal is the guy went out a champion. I mean, he won his last fight, a title fight, and that's very rare. You hardly ever see that, especially in the sport of boxing. A lot of guys wait one fight too long or a couple fights too many, and they go out and you say, man, what a way to see the guy go out getting pummeled in the ring. But no, not Michael Carbajal. He went out with his hand held high, a belt around his waist, his 6th world title. And I think that's really cool to see, and that's very unique. And I think it's also really cool to see him as an Arizona Sports Hall of Famer, because I know this means a lot to you, Michael. It's well-deserved. Congratulations once again.